Right. Let's start. Let
So
yes, Andrea.
I was saying that some of us, okay, me like this, I forget my password. So I don't know how to go about it because storing it in my head is very hard for me. I keep on storing them in like notepads, like on my phone.
Uh,
So I don't know what to do about it.
okay, then if you store it on Notepad on your phone, maybe I'll encourage you not to be sharing your phone with others and be mindful of the sites you visit with them.
Yes, it's in a secure folder.
Okay, and that folder, do you have a password on it?
Yeah,
And
there's a password on it.
okay, okay, and hope that password you've not written it down somewhere.
Oh no. No.
Okay, okay, it's fine if you can actually control that. You can actually hold on to that. It's fine because, as you said, not everyone can keep these things in their head. Right. Let's continue with our common mistakes and misconceptions. The next misconception, which is in fact widely accepted by most people here, is that the minimum requirement for a password makes it strong. So you'll be creating a password and they will tell you at least 8 characters, at least 6 characters. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't guarantee the strong of your password. It doesn't make it strong or make you secure. The next misconception is to use the same password as long as it's strong. What if the website is hacked? Do you know how the website stores your password? Okay, so maybe some of you are not that technical into the, but take note. Whatever system or whatever website you log in with your password is being stored in a database. Note that. So maybe you created, there are some apps it will require you to create a new profile. So maybe you created a new password, let me say Canva, those who uses Canva. Your password is being stored in Canva's database. Think of what if Canva's database is hacked. Now you use that same password for your bank account. See how vulnerable you will become here. So these are the misconceptions and mistakes that are widely accepted by us. Now, what makes a strong password? What makes a strong password? A strong password is one that's either not easily guessed. A strong password is one that's either not easily guessed or not easily brute forced. Let me break this down for you. When we talk about a strong password, it's a password that cannot be easily guessed. So I can't just come and say, your password is my mother at one, or your password is my name or your name at this, or your name dot that, or your name dash this, or brute. So your password is not a dictionary word. So let me say mistake at 4, or let me say someone can go as low as love at 123. You creating such password. To make it not easily guessed, it can be a simple word though. A simple word, very simple word. To make it not easily cracked, it needs to be long and complex. Supercomputers can go through billions of attempts per second to guess a password. Try to make your password a minimum of 14 characters. 14 characters. Make it long and complex. You understand when we start the practice. What is a passphrase? Passphrase. Please, I hope what I'm saying you are jotting it down. What is a passphrase? That's P-A-S-S, then phrase, passphrase. P-A-S-S-P-H-R-A-S-E, passphrase. A passphrase is a simple password that's longer. It could be a sentence with spaces and punctuation in it. The benefit of a passphrase is that typically they are easier to remember but more difficult to crack due to their length. So a passphrase, for every additional character in the length of a password or passphrase, the time it will take to break increases exponentially. Ultimately, that means that having a long password or passphrase can make you far more secure than having a short one with some symbols and numbers in it. I'll go over again. What is a passphrase? A passphrase is simply a password that's longer. It could be either a sentence with spaces and punctuation in it. I bet none of you have created a passphrase before. Please, who has created some before? No one. Okay. I think from now you should start creating passphrase. It will make you remember very fast and it's so secured. The benefit of a passphrase is that typically they are easier to remember. So you can say, for example, you can say, the boy who stole my laptop, with some symbols mixed together. So you can actually, it gives more easier for you to remember, but more difficult to crack due to their length. For every additional character in the length of a password or passphrase, the time it will take to break increases exponentially. Ultimately, that means that having a long password or passphrase can make you far more secure than having a short one with symbols, some symbols and numbers in it. For example, your password, your current password is my love at 4 or my mother at 2. My everything, or my name, your name at this, your name at $, or your name $ and some symbols. It doesn't make it secure. Use passphrase. They have long words and it is easier to remember but difficult for a hacker to break. Any question before we start our practice? So now you know passphrase. I will encourage you to be using passphrases. So you can set a password as the boy who stole my laptop, or the boy $ who stole my laptop at or on campus at this room number. You put it there. It's also a password. It's called a passphrase. It is more secured than your password you've mixed with symbols and numbers. Take note of it. Today, your character or your style of setting a password must change. Now I'm sending you a link in your chat session. Open it irrespective of the device you are using. You can use it. I'll also send it to your Slack platform. Share it with your colleagues in your WhatsApp groups too. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, let me share it at the chat session. Open this link irrespective of the device you are using. Open it. And I'm sharing my screen too. This is our practical for today. How secured is your password? Your current password, how secured is it? We are coming to test passwords. So maybe you can use this to test your password before you create it. This is a tool which can be accessed on any of the device. No matter you are using an iPhone, Android, Mac, Windows, or Linux, you can use it. It is passwordmonster.com. Passwordmonster.com. So let's first try our first password. So maybe my first password is, let me show it. You can also show your password. So I'm saying my mother at 2. So here you can see it saying it is weak, containing 10 characters. So 10 contain time to crack this password. The hacker will take 5.6 minutes to crack this my password. So fine, let me add a dollar sign. The hacker will take 9 hours to crack this my password. So you can be testing your various passwords. Whatever password you have, be testing them when you know the strength. 9 hours.
Say my own there 9 seconds. So
My own take 13 days.
Don't worry, you can wait.
seconds, bro.
Mine will take the hacker 13 days.
13 days. Wow, that's a very nice. Okay, it's somehow cool password. 13 days to crack your password.
They lie.
It's true. It be true. I could feel
Yeah.
Yes.
So mine was 4.82 seconds.
Wow. You are very vulnerable. So be testing your passwords. So let me test another password. The boy. So this is a passphrase I'm creating. The boy who told my. So you can see a passphrase. My laptop on campus. This is a passphrase going to take the hacker 10 trillion years. But you see, I can easily remember it. The boy who stole my laptop, or who stole my laptop on campus. This is a password. It will take 129
So,
million years. Yes,
mine will take 757 years. I
that's
have
great.
almost one password. I tried.
That's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
So I recommend each of you to use a passphrase. It is easy to remember, then difficult for a hacker to break you. This is a passphrase I have. The dollar sign, the boy who stole my laptop on campus. It will take 129 million years for a hacker to crack this password. 129 million years. It means that the hacker can't live to that. Million years for a hacker to crack this my passphrase. From today, you should be creating passphrases. You should avoid creating my name. So let me say Kelvin. Kelvin, then they make it capital K. So funny. Capital K. Then the dollar sign. They like using dollar sign. Then 1, 2, 3. So you can see the time it takes. 18.1 seconds to crack this password. You think you've created a very confusing password, my friend. Let me add sign. 27 seconds. So you let me consider and add, let me say hash. 42 minutes. This password is so confusing for you. You thinking the hacker it will take years. No, it will take 42 minutes to break this password. But even with the password, you can't remember because it's difficult for you. Stop creating.
Hey,
Yes.
sorry for interrupting. Then does it mean that this app or website can help you crack a password? Because how can this app just determine the number of seconds or minutes someone's password can be cracked?
Yes. No, what this website does is it has an artificial intelligence embedded system that's used actually draw patterns in the password you type here and predict the amount of time being created. So maybe you can use, I don't think, or maybe you can use your technique to do that. But this website helps you to create a very secure password. You get, yes, to create very secure. We have password cracking apps. I gave a list to you, and I've told you to know how to use them to crack password. But this one helps you to create very secure password, and let me say guesses the time used to create to crack password. You understand it? So for now, please, whose microphone is that? Okay. So for now, from now, use pass phrases. Don't be using words combined with symbols and numbers. No. Use pass phrases. So Andrea, you can use pass phrases. Since you can't remember them, you can use pass phrases. So maybe you can say, my mother gave birth to me in 1998. Let's try that and see. So let me say, at my mother gave birth to me in 1998. It will take 4,000 years. My mother gave birth to me. It will take 509 years to crack this simple part. It's simple for you. Like you can say it's just a sentence. My mother gave birth to me in 1998. You see, it's so easy to remember. So easy. So you can use a sentence. So this is called a passphrase. So easy to remember, but difficult for a hacker to break you. You using this password doesn't guarantee you. Remember to let your browser save the password. No. It doesn't also guarantees you to write it down. No. It doesn't also guarantee you to use it across multiple platforms. No. So you can be using multiple passphrase. Just sentences you can remember. Maybe one of your sad days, one of your happiest days. It will take a very long time for someone to crack you. But it's so unfortunate. Most people don't know about this and they use common words, common dictionary words, common names. Then they add some symbols and numbers thinking they've created a secured password. Any question?
Hello, sir. Is it
Yeah.
advisable to share? Is it advisable to share such information with colleagues? Because I'm targeting of hacking someone, I go and share this one with the person. That means as I'm not saying.
When you share this information, you can share with people you love for them to change your password from simple words to passphrase. But if you are targeting someone and you share this to the person, the person is going to change to a passphrase and you can never. It will take you your whole life to crack the person's password. Yes. So you can see 509 years, you are not Methuselah to live up to this year to actually crack it. By the time you get to maybe 100 years, you might be old. So old you can't even see your computer screen well to crack a password. Yes.
Okay.
So students of this class today, change all your password to passphrase. It is so simple for you to remember and difficult for a hacker to crack your password. Any question? Okay, so let me try another password. So last time I quite remember I saw one guy's password. It was so funny for me. He said No, he said mine. This is the guy's password. My God at 344. So he thought, he was thinking he has this capital letter. He has a capital letter. That's most thing that tricks most of you. You will think you have capital letters inside and small letters and a number and a sign. Ladies and gentlemen, you are actually lying to yourself. So the guy thought he has the M is capital, a God with a G, capital G, a sign, and with mixed with numbers. So my God at 344. You can see here the number of hours it will take to crack such password. 1 hour, just 1 hour. A hacker will just crack this password. Just 1 hour. Use pass phrases. So let me try and help him so he can say, my God is able always in times of need. Then let me add at $sign. It will take 13 million years. Just my God is able always in times of need at $sign. It will take 13 million years. So you can see this one, it's so simple to remember because you know a sentence will start with a capital letter, so mine. Then you use God, you use a capital for God. The rest, small letters. My God is able always in times of need at $sign to take 13 million years to crack this password. It's simple for you, but to the hacker, it will take him 13 million, of which he can't survive. Of which he can't survive to this 30 million years with no human has lived to that. So ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you today, you've learned a lot of knowledge about passwords. Change your password from simple words or combining words with numbers thinking you are secured to pass phrases, sentences, very long sentences, but very easy to remember. Then you add some small sign to it. You can even choose not to add numbers, or let me clear the signs. Just my God is able, my God is always, no, my God is able always in times of need will take 9,000 years. Just this sentence is going to take 9,000 years for a hacker to crack you. So simple to remember, but difficult to hack. Stop using simple words. Someone's password will be like,
I'm gonna change my password. So I just created some
okay,
1 million trillion years.
yes. So someone will be like,
Wow.
Gabby, $sign 123. The person thinks this password is perfect. It is going to take just 8 hours to crack this password. Gabby, $sign makes this is so confusing. And it is so easy for the person. So it's confusing for you, easy for the hacker to crack your password. Ladies and gentlemen, use pass. Yes. Look.
Before that, let's say for me now, I'm not entering into hacking. Does it mean that it could take me a normal hacker like as 8 hours or an expert?
Yes. So even this one is for an expert. Then you, the beginner, it's actually going to be more. So maybe for about maybe 10 hours. So an expert, qualified one will take 8 hours to crack this. Maybe the beginner hackers, they will take about 10 hours. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So any question, please, before we end the class? Please share the link this link to your people and those who couldn't join. I'll send this video right away to Blue Coda Club for them to upload on their channel so that you can rewatch it sometime.
Sir,
Yes,
Sir,
Gordon.
sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Please, the previous class, you didn't send a video.
The previous one, come again.
The previous class, that was last week's own.
Yes. Oh, they've sent it. Check your Slack channel.
Okay. I tried it since the past 3 days now, but you all check it and see.
Okay. Yes, 99. You were talking.
sir, yeah, yes, sir.
Your line is breaking. Your line is breaking.
Hello, sir.
Yes, talk.
Okay. So I was saying the other time you sent us a stimulator. I think it was containing multiple password and logins, the nuclear something, and then the password cracker. You were just showing us something that a hacker is supposed to get.
Yes,
at the same time on the machine. Yeah.
I've sent you the. I think
and
I've sent.
you sent it to us.
Yes, the
Yeah,
link.
yeah, but I'm asking, sir, when I was going through, I saw something that they wrote siphon for the password cracking.
Okay.
That you are supposed to get the same thing, the same password, the same logins of someone before you be able to crack the person. Then I wanted to know what the siphon means.
Okay. Is it siphon or siphon? Spell it.
Siphon, something like that.
SURF, right?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, siphon. Okay. In fact, siphon basically means browsing through. Note that particular password cracker you are talking about, saying you should know the exact details. Note that password crackers, they comes in different types. Some are very strong. Some don't need you to provide the exact logins. Some will just need you to provide hints, maybe the person's name, the person's date of birth. So maybe that one you are dealing with is a very weak one. The weak ones, they will tell you to provide the exact username. Then try. I gave you a long list, so try, in fact, testing most of them. Some are very strong. They just need maybe the person's name to generate or to predict the person's password. So try most of them. And the 7 means you have to actually get to know the person, browse around the person, gather information, take note. During the course or during our previous lessons, I told you how to gather this information. As a hacker, you need to gather your information about a target. You know the person's name, somehow the person's username. So if the person is on Twitter, you follow the person, know the person's username. So you gather this information before you can actually launch an attack. Do you get it now? So if that password cracker is telling you to get a person's username or something, it means you have to go and do more work on the person you want to target. You can't just sit down and say, password cracker, crack this person's password. No, you have to have your information. You have to know the person, what he does, social media, the username, and everything. Right. Any question? If there are no questions, ladies and gentlemen, the class has come to an end. And if you have any questions after this, yes,
Hello.
Maxwell.
Hello. So please, does it mean if you use the IP address of that device, can you crack the crack and password without necessarily using the username?
IP address are used to hack networks. Network. You get it? So you want to enter into a network, you use the IP address instead. But if you want to hack a person, you have to get the details of that person. All
Okay.
right. If you have any
Thank you.
question too, you can direct it to me on Slack or your WhatsApp DM. Thank you for joining today's class.